Today we're going to be talking about perc test. Perc test. What is a perc test? It's something that involves the health department and involves your new piece of property or maybe an old piece of property that you've just decided to build on. And there's a lot of confusion about what the word means and what services people can provide for a perc test. My name's Bodie Drake. I'm with PercPro, and today I'm going to be defining for you what we at PercPro call perc test. Let me go over the roles of the perc test process. The perc test process, it actually is a permitting process, much like permitting with the county or with the city. But we're trying to permit with the Arkansas Department of Health, and depending on your septic system needs, we may be also permitting with Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality. PercPro's role in the permitting process is we have licensed DRs and we have licensed installers. The Arkansas Department of Health's role during the permitting process, they are a governing body that's going to make sure that the regulations are being followed. They make the regulations, and they also license people like me at PercPro to do DR work or me to do installer work. Those are the general roles of the perc test process. So at PercPro, we divide up a perc test into 4 different steps. Step number 1 is going to be your soils evaluation. Step number 2 is going to be your layout. Step number 3 is going to be putting a permit package together. Step number 4 is going to be permit approval. PercPro is going to take care of steps 1 through 3, but then we turn in the permit package, which is a stack of paperwork, to the health department, and then it's up to them to do the sign-off for you to get your completed, signed-off, approved perc test. Let's go through all 4 steps individually. Let's start with step 1. Step 1 is going to be the soils evaluation. Me or one of the DRs are going to show up on site with your property, and we're going to go over a bunch of different questions about the property, such as mailing address, GPS coordinates, legal description, etc. And we're going to fill out your permit, and then we're going to do a soils evaluation. For the soils evaluation, we're going to walk around the property, decide where you want to put the house. Me or one of the DRs are going to evaluate your soils, and we're going to start digging some pits. We usually do about 2, maybe 4 pits per site. It has to be at least 2, but depending on your soil conditions, we may need to dig more. Now these pits are going to be about 4.5 foot deep by about 2 foot wide, and they may be anywhere from 2 to 4 foot long. The pits need to stay open until the health department does their part and reviews the soils and signs off on it. Then you can cover these back up. During the soils evaluation, me or one of the DRs, we're going to be looking at the soils, and we're going to be looking at the color changes in the soils. We'll measure the depth to certain colors, and that'll help us determine a loading rate. When we're filling out your permit, we're going to be asking you questions such as, how many bedrooms does this house have? And with the number of bedrooms in your home, we're able to estimate how much water you're going to use in the home. When we take the estimated water usage for a 3-bedroom home, it's 370 gallons per day. We take that and we can divide that by your soil loading rate. That helps us determine the length of field lines we need to have and the number of field lines we need to have. Common for a 3-bedroom home, we usually have 3 to 4 lines, anywhere from say 80 foot to 100 foot. That's common. Sometimes systems are up to 8 100-foot lines. It really depends on your soil conditions and the size, the number of bedrooms of your home. If you want to add a shop with an additional bathroom, that's another thing that can bring up the size of your field lines, which is certainly doable, but it can add some cost. These are the factors we take into account when we're designing your septic system. Step number 2. So once we've evaluated your soils and we can determine how long the field lines need to be, we're going to start laying out your system. We're going to flag out where you want to put your house. We're going to flag out where you're going to put your septic tank, your D-box, or manifold if it's a pump system, and then your field lines. Additionally to the field lines you're actually going to use, we're going to need to lay out what's called a secondary area. The secondary area is another area, should your field lines ever fail, you've got extra room to put in another set of field lines. Failure of your field lines generally noticed by surfacing of effluent. So wastewater coming to the surface, you'll see it, it'll be kind of a blackish bacterial mat on the surface of the ground that has an off odor. So once we map out your field lines, secondary area, your tank, your home, and any other critical components, your layout will be complete. Once your system has been laid out, all the pink flags are set up, PercPro is going to use our advanced GPS technology to map the system. So in that map, you're going to have a aerial photo overlay. I'm going to show the property lines, I'm going to show the house and all the septic system components. It makes for a really nice drawing that you're going to get a copy of, and you can be able to see it while we're out in the field, so you actually see it be designed as we go. It's a really good tool for us to talk about future developments. Maybe you want to have some landscaping features, and when you see that as we go, we might need to move some stuff around so you can get exactly what you want. That's one of the things that sets us apart, is advanced GPS technology. We want to help you guys out and serve you better by using this. Step 3 for the perc test. We've come on site, we've evaluated the soils, we've laid out your system, you've seen it on our tablet. Step 3 is we're going to head home and we're going to put the permit package together. So this is a stack of paperwork that has all the technical specifications for your septic system. We're going to put this together in 3 copies, and then I'm going to take this package to the local health unit. That is the health department in your county. When I complete the permit package, I'm going to make 3 copies of that, and I'm going to write a check to the local health unit for your permit fee, and that permit package is going to go to the health department. Generally, this process takes a couple of days to get it turned around. If you're in a rush to get your perc test turned around quickly, please let us know, and we can expedite the process in a few different ways. But once PercPro hands over the permit package to the health department, it's really up to them to get that thing signed off and back to you. Right now, we're anywhere from 2 weeks to a month to get the permit process through the health department. Now we're on to step 4. Step 4 is the part where the health department approves the permit. Once PercPro delivers the permit package and the fee to the health department will process the payment. Then the local environmental health specialist is going to review the permit package, make sure it meets all the regulations, and then they're going to come out on your site and evaluate the soils, make sure I'm seeing the same thing that they're seeing, and then they're going to make sure some of the shots and the elevations are all correct. This is an important part of the process. It does sometimes take some time, anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. It's there to protect the homeowner and the community in general, to make sure private industry is doing things that they're supposed to be doing. Once the local environmental health specialist approves the permit, they're going to take it back to the office, sign it off, and then they're going to be mailing it directly to you. And if you're wanting to expedite the process, one of the things that we can expedite is the health department can hold that permit at the office, and I can go pick it up, or you can go pick up. Just let us know, we'll help you expedite the process if you need it. Once your environmental health specialist signs off on the permit package, they're going to retain a copy there at the local health unit for future reference. Let's say you sell the property and somebody else wants to see the permit, they can go to the local health unit and find it. They're going to send one of the copies to the DR, that would be me, and then they're going to mail you the other copy. That third copy that goes to you, you can use that copy to share with installers. They can give you a quote on the price, and then you need to have a copy for your own future reference. So put that in a file cabinet and hang on to that so you can have it for your own reference. As soon as we get done with the design, we're going to invoice you for payment. If you pay on site, we'll invoice you a paid invoice, and we'll also send you a receipt. Additionally, once we complete the design, we're going to send you an estimate for what it's going to cost to install the system, because we can take care of that too. And those are the 4 steps of a perc test. If you guys have any more questions about perc test, email us, call us, reach us on the social medias. We'd love to talk with you about perc test and help you out any way we can. We know if you're needing a perc test, you're probably building a home. This is an exciting time. We want to help you and celebrate with you in that process. We'll see you guys out there. If you have any more questions about septic systems, check out our Facebook page. We've got a few links on there that are really good resources to learn more about septic systems, how you can maintain them, what they do, and how they work. So please check it out.